Hi there, this is Tracy from Lavinia Stamps and welcome to another tutorial using our brand new stamps. So we're going to recreate something like this today. So I've used some of our mystical sprays and some of our acrylic sprays to create that lovely background. So I will start with the chartreuse, which is a lovely bright green. And then I'm going to bring in some slightly darker colours at the bottom, at the top, and then some of our mica spray. And then simply add a little bit of water just to get some movement going on. Blend the colours. And then I'll dry that off. Now if you want to add some water at any time, just use your fan brush, pick up a little bit of water, and you can get quite a nice texture going on just by flicking a little bit of water over the top of that. Okay, bend that back into shape. We've got one of our lovely corners here, so we're going to ink that in the Nocturne. I'm just going to use the one in the one corner, but you can work all the way around the edge of your card, or you could do it in two corners at the bottom or all four. It's entirely up to you. Give that a press down. Okay, straight away, look at that lovely detail in that corner. Just makes life easier, it really does. So I am going to ink up some of our lovely mushrooms in the Nocturne. And stamp that round about there, like so. Again, give that a good press. And then the other mushroom. And we'll pop that alongside. Like so. So I've got a little foliage stamp, and what I'm going to do is just ink that in the twilight. And I'm just going to dot a little bit of foliage just to soften that edge. Let's bring in a little bit of depth down there as well. Okay, we've got our lovely verse. So I'm going to ink that up in the twilight. And then pop that down. Just along the edge there. So if we wanted to pull out any of these lovely vines down the bottom, we can easily do that with one of your white pens or a sparkle pen. Now you might not be able to see this on camera, but I will try and hold it up to the light just so you can see the effect it gives, which is really quite lovely. All you're doing is just following that route and it gives it such a lovely subtle sparkle. It's all these little attention to detail that makes all the difference. So I'm going to hold that up and I'm hoping you can just see how it highlights the roots there. So next I've got some coloured in toadstool caps, and I just stamped them out onto normal paper, coloured them in, cut them out, and then I'm going to stick those on the top because the colours really do pop. That lovely sort of orange red colour against that bright turquoise and the chartreuse is, I think, is really stunning. So two colour combinations that work really well together. So I'm just popping a little bit of glue on the back of the cap of the mushroom, and then I'll put that in place. Of course, it's entirely up to you how you want to do this, but I think in order to get that real pop of colour, it's worth cutting it out and painting it onto white card or paper, and then you get that real true colour coming through. I feel like there's a little bit more foliage needed up here, so I'm going to ink back up in the twilight now. I'm going to stamp it off because I don't want it to become too dark, you know, just subtle. Great, that's perfect. So next I'm going to take my white Posca pen and go down the middle of the toadstool stem. You can see it just jump out at you, and even along the edge, just a little line highlighting the edge of the cap, and then I'm going to add a few little orbs dotted around. And then the white Posca over the top. And that white really does stand out, especially when you're dotting it over a dark area. Lastly, I've got some lovely stickles, and I'm just going to pull a little in the same direction as the toadstools. Like so. Now we could put some words on like I did with this one, but do you know what? I don't think it needs it. So I am going to leave it there. So how quick and easy was that to achieve? Now you don't have to put this design on a tag. You could easily do it on a card, so just use the same technique. Okay guys, well, thank you once again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's demo, and I hope it's inspired you to have a go yourselves. You take care, and I'll speak soon. Bye for now.